Okay, so this is the final day of the PSNA tournament. So here's the scenario: if I win this round, if I win or draw this round, probably I'll be getting a cash prize. So the scenario is kind of fine. Even if the draw is kind of fine. So the one of the most challenging issues is this guy is almost 300 rating higher than me. So I did some research on this guy. Actually, this guy had literally increased 500 550 points in just 1.5 months. So he didn't play in India. That's a different story. He played in some kind of a Spain or some other region. I think Italian countries or something like that. So that's a scenario. But if you, because you can actually keep on increasing 500 400 points like that in India. India is really hard. At least not in, yeah, even North India, even it's kind of hard. Wherever in India, you can increase the points like that. So after he comes to India, he literally lost 100 points, and in this tournament he's actually losing 50 points. So I made a guess that this case either equal to me or this case kind of weaker than me. So this is one of the thing which I assumed, and it was right. The thing is the game. I mean, the day was not my favorite. That's the issue. So I played e4. I expected c5. I expected assistant defense c5 and f3 and c6. So here I went b3. I don't know whether there's a line or not, but I used to play b3 a lot. So why not go for b3? In for e5, striking the center, bishop e2, d6. So here's like some kind of stonewall structure, right? So the thing is, it looks nice. So it always look nice. So these 3 points should look nice. The problem is how do you create winning chances? So at one point you will be pushing f5. That's the point. So okay, let's see. G3 bishop G2. I went for double fianchetto. So the reason behind double fianchetto is my two bishops will be really good. So I have a theory, right? So when you're playing from white side, the Tosca bishop will not be good. But this bishop is kind of good. So and for knight f6, bishop g2, d3, d3 supporting the pawn, knight f6 attacking the pawn, right? So supporting the pawn. So the problem for black is how is he going to activate his top square bishop? That's a really good problem, right? So queen d7, trying for bishop h3. So to exchange the light square bishop, he might I should reduce some bit of pressure. So since I'm playing for win, I will h3. Bishop e6 wasn't even natural. What I expected was bishop h5, bishop g6, something like that. So bishop e6 just proves that this case middle game not just not so good. So yeah, bishop h5, bishop g6 should be the move. Such that he will be provoking the king set something like that. He can even simply go for castle for queen set. There is no immediate attack on the queen set for black, so he has multiple options. Knight g5 castle. So here he can go for triple zero also. That won't be an issue. Triple zero is actually kind of plus for thing. So the reason behind double zero is once I take this pawn right, sorry, once I take the bishop right, so he will take it with the f pawn, opening the rook file. So this case 300 rating point higher than me, right? So even though his game skill is not that good, but he definitely needs to win. He's already losing 50 points. So he went for castling, which is a complete rational move. I went for castling because this knight takes bishop is not forced actually. E for b5. So okay, the reason behind b5 is once I take this one, so takes this or take this. So I have free knight c5. After this, he can play b5. So my knight will be rerouted to perfect place. So my knight is kind of good here. So after this, I can simply play for f4, f5, something like this. So if this pawn takes here, my knight will be jumping here or here also. So so I did understand b5. I was expecting b5. That's a different story. And for f4, striking the center, takes. So here I made sure that I'm playing clearly for win. So if we do something that's a one move blunder, f5 is a one move blunder. So yeah, that's it. If clearly nobody's going to do like this. H6, knight takes bishop. Here also I can play f5. That's a thing, but I'll be losing a pawn for sure, which is not worth it. takes. If okay, the point being a4 is you can go for either b4. That's not a problem for me. If you go for b4, I have knight c5, and he can't even push this pawn quite easily. That will be another issue. So yeah, my pieces will be traveling. My knight will be jumping so quickly. After this, knight takes bishop. Bishop takes knight. So this bishop will also be active. You don't want from the black side. You don't want to task a bishop be active, especially a bishop generally which doesn't do anything. You don't want the piece to be active. So he exchanged the pawn. I literally didn't expect an exchange. What I basically expected was I expected yeah a6. This is the only move which I expected. I was sure that he's going to play a6. So every move he plays like this, right? He just give me some kind of confidence that okay, you can do something like that. So I'm sure okay for knight f3, d4. So here I had a move for bishop c1, rerouting the bishop, but I thought it was not actually necessary at the point. So I went for the absolute engine move, which is knight h4. He can so the things which I care about, he can go for the sack. So he can go for the sack. I fork him first. So he might also even fork me. I'll take this rook, which attacks the queen, which is really bad. After that, I'll just push my rook. So yeah, if you go for takes red, so this is also this is really bad for black. Or I can simply take with bishop takes knight also. This is also equal or plus four. The reason is once my queen jump over the board, right? So bishop here, I can simply go for f5. F5 is okay. F5 is 0. Yeah, rook here. I think this rook will be coming to here. So anyway, this a pawn, e pawn, everything is kind of weak. So one pawn down is not a huge issue for me. Even though it is yeah, all my pieces are quite active, right? So it is really hard for black to play. So I know my knight h4 is not a blunder. Moreover, my knight is coming on g6. So here I play actually f5 is the best move. I saw f5. So if you are going for the f5, you need to make sure all your calculations are perfect clear. So in f5, right? F5 here e5. I mean f5 e5 knight g6 rook f7. After that, I really don't have a concrete plan. That's the issue. F5 e5 knight g6 rook f7. Okay, what's the plan here? So yeah, engine seeing advantage for you. What's the exact plan? How are you going to win this position? You close the position, but the thing is, the advantage is you definitely not going to lose this position. One way or other, you definitely not going to lose this position. So when I spoke to my opponent, what he actually told us, he'll be taking this pawn for sure, just to get some kind of play. So I didn't actually think psychologically, but I thought this guy was literally 18 years old. So I sure thought the psychologically because if I was inside, I mean if I was in the opposite side, I would have taken the pawn for some kind of play. So to open something or some kind of play, which is really bad for black. That's a different story. But the thing once this position is kind of jammed, right? So it's really hard for black to play. But the issue for white is it is really for hard for white to win also. So you have a Lechko bishop, which is really jammed completely, which is like you are actually playing a piece of position. Task a bishop, clearly not doing anything. Okay, you can arrange all the pieces in here and throw it here, and you can actually wait for the e pawn to fall once this knight moves. Yeah, but I don't think actually, yeah, one way or other, maybe you can actually, yeah, you can take this one. This net is kind of good. So yeah, I don't see any concrete winning here. So this is the only reason I didn't go for f5. F5, okay, f5, e5. What's the engine move? Okay, bishop c1. Okay, bishop c1, queen e1, queen g6, bishop h6. Okay, yeah, this might be the move. I don't know. So I am for rook a6, which is a pure gambling. What I expect? Okay, what's the best move here is if you go for queen c8, right? If you go for queen c8, I definitely need to reroute my rook. You can simply go for queen g6, expect for me to play something else. So the thing is, I had a I hinch that he's not going to go for queen c8. because he went for queen e8 just now. So what's the point of moving queen e8 and going for queen c8? You can go for queen c8 immediately, right? So that's the thing. So I had an intuition that he's going for rook c8 immediately. So exactly what happened. F5, even for knight e7, which I didn't expect. I expected pawn takes pawn, rook takes pawn, and knight takes pawn, or something like that. So so this is the scenario now. No, knight e7, knight g6, rook f6, which I planned it. Here's the blunder. This throw the game on the spot. After this, only engine can hold the game. I can actually literally hold the game. So what I should have done is I should just simply go for e5. Knight e5, knight e5, knight e5. Rook here, pawn takes. So this is saying this kind of better. Okay, not actually better. Okay, yeah, bishop here. Yeah, I literally forgot this one. Um, So yeah, this position is too better. This position much better. So this where I should have played. I should have gone for it. I should sack the pawn and yeah, I should sack the e pawn temporarily and get the e pawn back. This is what I should have done. So I went for rook takes e6. The idea is almost similar. In rook takes g6, which I'm forced to take the rook. So let's say I'm in a different position. Okay, why it is a blunder? Because this rook is actually directly pinning my bishop. So now I'm literally forced to take this rook. That's a huge issue, right? So the reason because it's a huge issue because okay, let's say I went for the sack in the first place. Let's say I'm in a position like let's say I'm going for king h1. Um, what about okay? Let's say go for rook c7. Let's say I'm sacrificing the rook now. Rook here, e5. If you go for rook takes, I can simply look. This is a plus position for this is a plus position uh, for white. The reason is this rook doesn't have a good place to go. That's a heavy issue. Once you rook g3, king h2, bishop here. Sure, wait a minute. Can't I just take the pawn? Okay, this is really bad. Yeah, bishop h2. Okay, this position is fine. This position is definitely fine. This position is for advantage for white. So this is one of the things which I calculated in my mind. My ideas, everything is perfect, but what I missed is okay. Wait a minute. What I missed is this thing literally pins the bishop. So I'm in losing position right now. Completely winning position to losing position. This is what happened with when the day is not days technically not your day. Take this one. Now I'm in a pawn down position also. The problem is in a pawn down position. Moreover, this e pawn is weak. This task bishop is not doing anything. I can't take this rook because my queen is pinning it again here. And for rook g1, trying desperately, I can go for queen here, but he'll be supporting this one. One way or other, this pawn is going to fall. One way or other, I'm pretty sure this pawn is going to fall. So rook here. This another desperate move, bishop b7. Yeah, bishop c1 is the best move. Bishop c1 is the best move, but yeah, you are in a dead last position. 2 pawns down. What do you expect me to do? Rook g4. Actually, this question doesn't work actually. Yeah. So I was expecting something like this miraculously saying, okay, this is also dead last position because you're in a two quantum scenario. So yeah, anyway, I should simply resign at this position. Yeah, this is just a dead resigning position. Yeah, I saw this one queen f6, uh, queen h5, rook f8. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, this is completely lost, completely lost. Really upsetting loss because I was in a clear. I literally outplayed in the opening because I don't know whether that's the opening like this or not, but this one really worked. I just saw the engine in during the tournament. Okay, I think I can manage. I don't want to go into any type of concrete preparation because for the last 2 or 3 rounds, my Sicilian defense kind of sucks in the tournament. So I just want to create something new and try something new. Hopefully it works in my way. It did work. Opening went everything's fine. Everything my preparation. It is like a king's in an attack variation in which the task bishop is active from out of nowhere. That's the thing here. Yeah. So okay, nothing will be done. Hopefully, I hope. Yeah, I'll be playing the next tournament in Tanjavur, which is happening on 23rd of this month. Mostly I'll be playing it. So I hope that tournament goes well because the tournament entry is high, cash base is also high. Yeah, I hope everything goes well. I'm actually kind of preparing for it. Yeah, bye.